Hi, did you know that there are some foods that are so bad for you that they can actually reverse your fat loss efforts? And some are so bad that they can actually cause damage in your body. So, in this video today, I am going to expose to you the 7 foods that you should never eat, especially if you are trying to stay healthy. Okay, and then at the end of this video, if you wait till the end, then I am also going to recommend a food that you should always eat that's going to help you lose weight. Okay, so let's just get started. We all know that we should be limiting our junk food, right? And to lose weight, that we need to eat healthy snacks over bad snacks, okay? And that we want to avoid foods that contain harmful ingredients. And there are some harmful ingredients that we all need to be aware of, and these foods have some of those harmful ingredients in them. So let's just start with the first one, which is orange juice. Now, orange juice may seem like it's, probably the least of your worries, but in fact, orange juice is pasteurized. Well, commercially available orange juice is pasteurized and it's cooked, and when they do that, they basically cut out all the nutrients that are in the orange juice, so you're not even getting any fiber or any vitamin C. Basically, what you're getting is just sugar and then some water, and then that's going to spike your blood sugar, and it's also going to increase insulin, which all of that together is not going to help you lose weight. In fact, you may actually gain weight, especially if you're having an orange juice every morning. Now, the second one is soy protein isolates. Now, what is that? Okay, so basically, soybeans themselves, the natural soybeans, they're not really, all that bad for you, especially if you get, what I call the early beans, where, they're just baby soybeans. Those are pretty good for you, but what is happening is that some of the food industry people are taking the natural soybeans and they are basically stripping the soybean of everything except for what's called the soy protein isolate. Now, when they do this stripping process, what's happening is they're leaving some stuff behind, and they're taking away the stuff that you need, like the fiber that's in it, and the nutrients that's in it. And what are they leaving behind? Well, toxins. As you know, I'm big on toxins. That's why I always talk about removing toxins using smoothies. But the toxins are actually stuff like nitrates, and there's hexane, and I believe there's even aluminum. So these things can be carcinogenic, so you want to stay away from this sort of stuff. So where do you find those soy protein isolates? Well, it's in quite a lot of stuff. So you're going to find it in some nutrition bars, you're going to find it in veggie burgers, you're going to find it in some breakfast cereals. Basically, you just you always read your labels, turn them around, and see if you see this stuff in there, okay? So you want to avoid that. If you want to have soy, and you think soy is good for you, and you're not, worried about any like phytoestrogens or anything like that, just have some, soybeans that are natural, cook them the right way, okay? So next we're going to move on to the high fructose corn syrup. Now, this, I've seen those people growing all that corn because I'm originally from Mississippi, so there's, a big market for it. We used to actually make cotton in Mississippi, or grow cotton rather, but now all the cotton fields are filled with corn, and the reason why is because of this high fructose corn syrup. So now what's done with that is that the corn is made into a sweetener. Now, this sweetener has is linked to some serious side effects like obesity, diabetes, and heart disease, and even cancer. And what it happens is that this high fructose corn syrup contains an excessive amount of fructose that your body, this is not natural to your body to have that much fructose. So what it does is it causes inflammation and also irritation, and insulin resistance in the body. So you want to stay away from things that contain high fructose corn syrup. All right, so watch out for foods that have that. Now, the fourth one is the nitrates. Now, this is where you're gonna find nitrates in some of the cured meats that you'll find in the grocery store, like your lunch meats, your packaged lunch meats, any commercial meats that you find that if you turn it over, you're going to see that they have nitrates in it. So you want to stay away from those kind of foods, those kind of meat products, and you want to go with something that's grass fed and uncured and says nitrate free on it, because nitrates have been considered to cause cancer as well. And let's see what else. With the nitrates, yeah, I think I said everything about that one. So the next one that we're going to go on to is the non organic milk or commercial milk. Now, this contains hormones, and one of the hormones is called RBST. Now, that's a growth hormone, and it's been linked not only to health problems in the cows, because what they do is they give this growth hormones to cows, and then it could actually cause problems with them and cause infection, and then with those infections they also give the cows some antibiotics, and so basically when you're drinking milk you may actually be getting some of these hormones and getting some of these antibiotics, and with resistant strains of antibiotics and also hormones you could be toying with your hormone system in your body. I mean, it's not exactly proven yet that it does that, but there's some scientific studies that have been going on to see if actually these hormones in this milk raise something called IGF-1 or IGFI, and that could wreak havoc on your hormone system, which could cause problems with reproduction. So you really don't want that. And also, these hormones in high excessive amounts have been linked to cancer as well. So if you're going to have milk, you want to have organic milk, and you want to try and find out, where the milk comes from, if it's coming from grass-fed milk, grass-fed cows and stuff like that. All right, so you want to try to stay away from that. I myself just drink almond milk, because almond milk also has calcium in it, which again, another thing is that some people think that the milk, where we think we're getting all this calcium, we may not actually be absorbing the calcium from the milk like we should be. So I tend to drink almond milk because I know that the calcium in there is absorbed, and I also know that I'm not getting hormones, and I can almost immediately tell when something has a lot of hormones in it, like when a dairy product like cheese or yogurt or milk has it in there, because my skin will break out like 1 or 2 days later after having that. So I know that with my organic almond milk that doesn't happen. So if you want a substitute, that's a great one. All right, and the next thing that we're going to talk about is the microwave meals, or rather TV dinners. Okay, so if you turn over a box on a TV dinner, you're going to see a bunch of chemicals that you don't really understand or know about. And if you were to make a meal at home, you know that everything's going to be whole foods, and that the only thing that is on those foods is going to be whatever sauces that you put on there, and you're going to know what's in those sauces, what's in the spices and the herbs. So when you're having these microwave TV dinners, you're just really getting these chemicals. Then you're getting a higher amount of fat than you would if you had made a meal at home with whole foods. You're also getting more sodium, because there's going to be a lot of salt on there, so that the food, which is really bland and low quality, is going to not taste as good unless they pour a bunch of sodium salt on it. Plus, these TV dinners are packed with calories, even though some of them try to be very low cal. They're not, and again, with the chemicals and the additives. And then there's been some talk about like how the food tray is set up. Like if you have a protein, a starch, and a dessert at the same time, that can also increase your insulin. So having those foods separately and spaced out would lower the chance of you spiking your blood sugar like all at once. So that's another weight loss tip there. And finally, there's the fruits and vegetables. And fruits and vegetables from the United States, and also organic ones, are supposed to limit pesticides. So these fruits and vegetables that are made or sprayed with DDT pesticides, that usually comes from other countries, like some of the islands and stuff like that. Basically, you want to try to get foods that come from the United States that say organic, and that they don't use DDT. Now, the thing with DDT is that, it's colorless, it's tasteless. It is an insecticide. It's bad for the environment. It kills some wildlife, messes with their life cycles. And also, it's what we consider these days an endocrine disruptor, meaning that it could also mess with reproductive issues in the body. So you want to just stay away from DDT. It's actually banned in Canada and Europe and United States. So you want to be watching out for maybe Puerto Rico, some vegetables coming out of those kind of locations where it's not banned. Okay, and as I said, that at the end I was going to give you my number one recommended food that you should eat all the time, and that is chia seeds. Now, I'm a firm believer in chia seeds because chia seeds are packed with nutrients. They are packed with fiber, they are packed with high quality protein, and they also keep you satisfied. They actually come in little tiny seeds, little black seeds, and then when they go into your stomach, they expand. So that helps keep you full longer, keeps you satiated. That's our word. And also, it's really easy to incorporate chia seeds into your foods. I remember a story at one point where chia seeds actually, like, if you eat like a handful of them, you can go, out, hiking and something for the day, and you would still feel full and you would still get a lot of nutrients and stuff like that. So I put these chia seeds inside of a lot of my smoothie recipes on the EgyptianSmoothie.com. If you want to check out those recipes, please go to EgyptianSmoothie.com. You'll find a video there that introduces you to the whole program, and you will probably find at least 5 or 6 smoothies that taste really, really good with chia seeds. So that's it for today. Please stay away from these foods. Please try the chia seeds, and then I'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.